Hello and welcome back to my first gameplay of Halo Infinite multiplayer. Halo Infinite's multiplayer went live today on the 16th of November on Xbox and I believe on PC as well. This game will officially come out on the 8th of December 2021, and it's been a long time coming. Fans of Halo have been waiting for this game for so long. It originally got debuted at E3 back in 2018, and it's been pushed back, it's been plagued with delays, but I don't know about you, I would rather have a game get delayed, but when it arrives eventually, that it arrives in a polished state. In this video, I won't be talking too much, the commentary won't be very heavy, as I really just want to show you the gameplay on its own. I will talk a little bit about my first impressions and some of the things that I liked, some of the things that I didn't like if you guys are keen to hear these things. But other than that, I will leave towards the end of the video just raw gameplay. You can hear the sounds of the gameplay by itself. So right off the bat, one thing that I really like, and I think a lot of fans of Halo will enjoy, is the gunplay. The guns all feel incredibly powerful and pretty intuitive to use. Fan favorites such as the assault rifle, battle rifle, and also the sniper rifles all make a return in Halo Infinite. These are such staple weapons that nothing has really changed about these guns. Sure, there have been cosmetic changes and sound upgrades, but other than that, functionality-wise, nothing has changed and they're still going to be just as powerful and fun to use as you remember. But with that being said, on the other end of the spectrum, there have been a lot of new weapons that have come about, just like the one that you saw me get killed with before. I believe that was the new Sentinel Beam. Sentinel Beam was introduced way back in Halo 2, but it never really found its place in Halo games. It was kind of a bit of a weird gun. It wasn't a Covenant weapon, it wasn't a human weapon, it was a Forerunner weapon. I don't believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe it made an appearance in Halo 4 or 5, but it's come back in Halo Infinite with a complete brand new design, and it feels like a very different weapon. There are now also weapons that are a little bit more situational, such as the Disruptor, which is a really fast-firing pistol that deals shock damage, but it doesn't actually damage players itself. But what it does is it deals amazing amounts of damage on vehicles. There's also been a bunch of new grenades and equipment as well, namely the grappling hook, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen videos and gameplays of already. My favorite weapon so far still has to be the assault rifle. It's tried and true and it's still incredibly easy to use. But if you're asking my favorite new weapon in Halo Infinite, I would probably have to say it's the Mk50 Sidekick. Now the Sidekick replaces the traditional Magnum pistol that everyone knows and loves. The Sidekick is a little bit more fast firing. I don't think it deals as much damage as the Magnum did, but it's incredibly easy to use and a very good thing to fall back on when you're out of ammo of your primary weapon. A very interesting new addition to Halo Infinite, among all the other things, are personal AIs. Now these are basically little voices inside your Spartan's head that has tactical callouts and information during the game. It's an interesting concept, and I think on paper it sounds pretty good, but in practice it actually comes off a little bit troublesome. A lot of other YouTubers and gameplay content creators have also fed back the same thing, that it's actually a little bit more burdensome to have compared to what I think it's ideally meant to be, which is informative and gives you details about the map and the game while you're in it. So in the background of the gameplay, you might hear a male British voice saying things like enemies down, or we're halfway there, or calling out stuff like your ammo is running low. What you're hearing is my personal AI called Butler, and you can choose different voices that you can unlock over time through Battle Pass or Season Pass purchases as well, so you can customize these, and there's probably going to be an appetite to have microtransactions for these as well. But to me, I think the personal AI is so annoying. The information that the AI calls out are incredibly obvious. The only time where I think the information is actually worthy of being called out is when they call out weapons that are being dropped onto the map very soon. So the AI will actually call out when a rocket launcher or a sniper rifle is going to be spawned. But I certainly don't need the AI to tell me that I am running low on ammo when I've already run low on ammo, when I've basically got 0 bullets in the mag. For some reason it doesn't actually call out when you're near the end of your magazine, but when you've already completely run out, which I thought, wow, okay, thanks for the heads up. And a new addition that I find a little bit confusing in Halo Infinite are the way your teammates and your enemy teams are colored. In every single Halo game, when you're playing a team-based game like this, like Slayer, Oddball, or Capture the Flag, anything like that, your team is always going to be either blue or red, which spawned obviously the series Red versus Blue. But now what they've gone with is a interesting direction where the enemy team is actually coded in a sort of a red aura that outlines their character. Their armor will be customized to them and the colors that they've chosen. And for people on your team, same thing. They'll still have their customizable armor and colors fully visible, except they'll have a blue aura or a blue outline, indicating that these players are friendly. The major issue that I have with this is that in the heat of the battle, especially if you're up close against another player, sometimes you won't recognize or even pick up the red aura, as you see in some of the gameplay behind you, where once the shields fully pop, the enemy team isn't actually covered in any sort of red except for the bare minimum outline. So what ends up happening is you will probably think in the heat of the battle that you're actually shooting at a teammate. Or what's worse is you might think that a teammate is running next to you where realistically it's actually an enemy team. So I think these things in a fast-paced first-person shooter game like Halo, enemy callouts, enemy outlines, and any way to identify the opposing team is incredibly important. But other than that, the rest of the game is nothing but positive. It's fantastic to hear the original soundtrack, but remastered and updated for modern day gaming.
Enemy has the ball.
It's also fantastic to hear Jeff Steitzer, the voice of multiplayer, return in Halo Infinite. To hear him call out the medals and the score of the games have been really, really awesome to hear again. Fun fact, when I was younger, I always wanted to be a voice actor. I really liked the way that these voice actors can tailor their voice to suit any sort of occasion, any sort of character, and have very different sounding voices or accents, all at a whim. I always thought that was very, very interesting, but unfortunately I don't think my voice is quite sexy enough to have that kind of career, but that's okay. I'm gonna cut the commentary short here, guys. I really hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about my first impressions of Halo Infinite. I hope you enjoy the gameplay of my very first game in Halo Infinite. I'm really enjoying the game so far. I've recorded a bunch of gameplay that I'll be posting within the next few days and the coming weeks. If you're new here, the commentary that I usually put up with my gameplay are topics that a normal late teens or 20s individual would have to come across or deal with in their day-to-day lives. Things like work-life balance, things like buying a house, personal investments, the economy, these kinds of things. So if you like that kind of content, please do consider subscribing. Please do consider dropping a like on this video. I've been quite blessed to have a steady increase in the number of views that I've gotten per video. I really hope that the people that are tuning in are enjoying the content and continue to come back and see more. But with all that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys are warm, well-fed, and you're on your way to achieving your personal, financial, and career goals. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Until then, guys, take care.
What a reliable weapon. All right. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Keep on,
Ammunition low. Ball dropped. M41 Spanker inbound. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. We have the ball. Hostile carrier down. M41 Spanker available. Ball dropped. We have the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Spartan down.
Round lost. Final round. Ball incoming.
We've got this in the bag, eh?
Got a drop ball.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. We have the ball.
Spartan down.
Ball dropped. We have the ball.
Enemy.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. We have the ball.
M41 Spanker inbound.
Ball dropped. We have the ball.
Carrier.
Ball dropped.
M41 Spanker available.
We have the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Fire. Spartan down.
Enemy has the ball. Lost the lead. Ball dropped. We have the ball.
Targets are over there.
We have the ball.
Taking damage.
We've lost it.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Three. Ball dropped. We have the ball. Gained the lead. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
M41 Spanker inbound.
Another one down.
Enemy has the ball. Lost the lead. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Force